Is there hope for trenches kid? Is there hope at all?
100%. But the opposite of life is purposelessness. Slavery is not a bad thing, but where it is bad, it is when you don't have the freedom to choose what enslaves you. Get yourself fortified with skills.
And I think if there's something that I think anybody from the trenches should have, first of all, is hope and desire.
Very correct. Very
Because
correct.
desire is what will build your curiosity.
Because my parent doesn't like an Igbo person or a Yoruba person or an Hausa person, I don't like them too. I tell people all the time, you if you are not valuable, you are dead. The trenches kids actually grew up and adopt what it is not theirs. So the first thing is to meet yourself. 101, when we ate 101 back then, it was joy.
Yeah.
That you really ate in the morning and you ate at night.
Yeah.
It was joy.
Selling.
You must know how to sell. You must just know how to sell. Number two, anybody who you are at all, go and read Sell Like Crazy. And if one is born into the hand of a stupid parents, stupid siblings, stupid friends or guardians, the probability that they are going to be stupid is very high.
Hello everyone, it is Peter Olofin here, POK, like you all know me. How are you guys doing today? It's another time on Get Your Life Together podcast. I hope you are getting your life together. I hope you are fighting those battles. I hope you are not running away from them. I hope you are winning those battles. Of course, you lose some, but you don't stop. You don't stop at all. You keep it going. Because on this podcast, you are building your arsenal. And getting your ammunitions together so that every battle that you are going to face in your career, in your business, in your relationship, you have the right ammunitions to face them and you win. And of course, today, I'm on Get Your Life Together podcast with another guest. I'm going to be discussing an amazing topic, something you benefit from. You know, sometimes we invite people that will discuss marriage. Sometimes it's going to be marketing. Sometimes it's going to be self-development. But the person I have here today is somebody that is going to discuss everything. He's an entrepreneur. He's a marketer. He's a salesperson. He's a self-development enthusiast. He's a political person. He's a smart individual. So you should know a whole lot of things is going to be going down today. So look around. Don't change it. Listen attentively, so that you can juice the benefit of listening to this particular episode. And of course, there's no other person than Ayo, Olofin himself. Ayo, how you doing?
My man, how you doing today?
I'm good, I do fine.
Man, it's I mean, firstly, thanks for this opportunity. It's a big opportunity for me. And I don't take these things for granted at all, sincerely speaking. I see you from afar, and of course, I am inspired by your consistency. And I just quickly want to tell you some things even before we dive in. I was invited to a webinar. Of course, it was an online conference, and it was about 120 something persons in attendance. And I was talking about moral, talking about favor, and I spoke about righteousness and all of those things, just normal stuff around what the youth really need. And and you cannot have these things without not taking responsibility of the things that happen in your way. And I just made mention of your podcast, made mention of the program we had together, and guess what? A lot of people are listening to your podcast.
Wow. Thank you.
I was like, what is this, man? I don't know. People really are here, but you know what? The consistency is what I really appreciate, brother.
Wow.
I'm proud of what you're doing. I'm proud of where you're going. I'm proud of your journey. So I'm very, very grateful to be part of this journey. It's not about mouth, it's coming from the depth of my heart.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. You know, it's just something I felt like as I'm setting out, I'm going to release a podcast every week. And at least I'm going to release one if I didn't have the time to release two.
Yeah.
So, because I think this I think of mentorship per se. I think as somebody that we mentor, if let's say the grade is 10, I believe a grade 3 person should mentor a grade 2 person.
Very correct.
So I think when the distance between the mentor and the mentee is very long, there will be misinformation and then there will be friction. So
very correct.
I believe yes, I have a mentor that is grade 9. Yes, you can, even if you are in grade 2. But the people that will help you the most will people that are in grade 3, because they will be the people that will understand you very well. And that is why I set out to do this particular podcast of the thing. That's where it came from. Because I believe I'm not that far. Like I've not gone far. But I believe there's so many people that are at that level that I just left.
Very correct.
You get
very correct.
The in the dominance hierarchy, the up is there are very few people there, man. There are very few.
Very few.
As you climb up the ladder, you meet fewer people.
Yes.
So I believe the people where I just left, the position I just left, we have many people there. And then if for example, if those kind of people are listening to, maybe they're listening to people like Jordan Peterson now, they'll just be like, Kilele so what is this one saying?
Correct.
I mean, sincere, I was going to go and speak in one of the church in my local area. I was just to go and speak to them about all this technology, and when you work from home, everybody assume that you are into Yahoo. But,
very correct. So this is a misconception. It happens everywhere. Really.
I have to this is what I do. I work online, all these kind of things. I was asked to come and speak, and then all these old people. When I just believe you need to speak to them and explain what you do, and then they will understand. So I was asked to
respectfully.
Yes, respectfully. If you do that, they will understand you. They are not. They are not. Did I say they are not tyrants now?
Yeah.
They are not tyrants. They just need to understand. Come to their level. So I was invited to come and speak in that church, and I spoke. I was speaking. I have to, speak English and Yoruba together, so that they can understand. I have to come to that level in the online, in the online space. That okay, what you need to build is value. Like this is value. I have to use organizer to explain. For example,
I tell people all the time. You if you are not valuable, you are dead.
Yes.
It's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that. And I told them that if you want to sew your dress now, you're going to look for a tailor. So that's what makes that tailor valuable to you. And I told them that that's the same thing that happens online. You have a value that somebody wants to pay for.
Very correct.
So I said the first thing is to make yourself valuable. So what are those values? And then I have to come down. But Jordan Peterson cannot talk to them that way. What you cannot talk to them.
You're very correct.
No, people like all these guys on Twitter, they cannot speak to them that way.
I used to always very, very annoyed with people who just shout in the market, like pastors who preach in the market. I used to be very annoyed with them because the messages they convey in the markets, to me, cannot enlighten the people they are actually talking to. But I don't know. I thought another way that. So, if God did not bring up these pastors to for these markets, who will come for them? So, at every point, we must understand that there are some people who are speaking a different language from us, and we need to let people who can actually understand their language talk to them.
Yes, that is it. And that's why this particular episode is happening. that I called the impact of technology and personal growth on the life of trenches kids. I believe you came from trenches. I came from trenches. I was
100%, 100%.
When I was starting that, I was like, no, it's Ayo that is coming to talk about this thing. This Ayo. Anybody that goes to Aquinas College, use trenches now. Aquinas College.
most higher percentage.
You get it. So I was like, let's come and discuss this because we're in the digital world now. There's technology. And then I believe before you can make adequate use of technology, your personal growth is actually very important. Because I kind of look at my life that if my personal growth suffered, I won't be at this level technology-wise.
At all.
So that's why I say we just come and discuss this topic. And the first question I'm going to put to you is there hope for trenches kid? Is there hope at all?
100%. We grew up in such manner and we are living now. So 100%, there's always hope. So 100%, you know me, we went to the same secondary school. I grew up in a town. I can't say it's a village, but of course, numbers most of the time do not make a place a village or a town or a city. Not all the time. So what makes a gathering like a football team? Let me for the example, like a football team. All football teams are 11 players, all. But do you know they are valuable than one another?
Definitely.
Yes. So you can literally call one a high level team and call another. So if you are living in Badagry, I learned that people living in Badagry in Lagos are mostly learned people, and Badagry is a small place, not too big like other places in the village that there are a lot of people, but it is still a village. So I grew up with I came of a very, very poor family. So whereby 101, when we ate 101 back then, it was joy that you really ate in the morning and you ate at night. It was joy. So that was where we grew up. Didn't know anything about tech. Didn't know anything. But my first connection with tech was a cell phone. I remember when my father actually bought a SIM before he bought his Motorola back then in the years. You have to buy a SIM because the SIM was kind of expensive and that of the phone. So it was a crazy time. So he bought me a Multilinks, and that Multilinks were, I was just taking care of it, and that was my first connection with technology. That I could literally pick my phone and call anybody at a time was a gift. So it gave me a kind of hope that something can happen. But of course, I never knew anything. I did not know anything. So I started growing. So, from Aquinas College to Obafemi Awolowo University, my parents really wanted me to study medicine. They really, really wanted me to study medicine. I mean, at all costs, maybe because of religion. One prophet had told them when I was young that, you must let this guy, study medicine.
Surgery, engineering. That time.
And at the time, bro, I was really sound in mathematics because even immediately after we finished from Aquinas College, I started to teach people mathematics. I mean, JAMB students, and I had not even done JAMB at the time, but I started to teach people mathematics. I was so sound, and my tutors back then wanted my parents to change their mind to just let me go study mathematics. But they said no, because the Lord had spoken that he was going to study medicine. I tried my best. But at the point I just paused. I know you, because there was no money. I was starving. It was hard. But guess what? It got to a point. Of course, let me see. There are a lot of story about my story, but I will just deviate a little, just to leave that for another day so that maybe we can dive into that for another day. But in 2015, something happened. 2015, something happened. So I was so hungry, brother. I was so hungry. I knew it was going to be a mistake to even call them from home. If I had called them from home, I would have put them in a very big, very hard position. Because, of course, they did not have. Yeah. And I knew where I was coming from. There was no money. So 2015, I was so hungry. But I was starving like crazy. But I had a roommate where we just so I just picked up my phone. I was using an Android I collected from my brother. So I started surfing the internet. I was surfing the internet like crazy. So I saw one post on Twitter that if you ever fill up a survey, you were really broke.
Yeah. Sure.
So I saw survey. I started filling up survey and all of that, and nothing happened. I did not get money. I could not withdraw my money. So it was a hunger period. So there's a bush at the back of our house at the time. So we just killed two big mouse. Is it mouse or rat? Either of the two. Just prepare it to eat and all that, because there was class the next day and all of that. But at night I could not still sleep. Even after preparing this thing, I just wanted something to happen. I had trekked from a very long distance to school, even to take lecture. I would be tired. How would I do this? So I was on the internet and I came across a platform called Paxful. Paxful. What is Paxful? What do I do with Paxful? I really did not know anything. So I started to read about it because I love to read. I started to read, and it was all about crypto. Oh, wow. Okay. Crypto. A friend of mine had talked about this crypto before, but I didn't really even get it. Crypto, because I never had the background. A trenches boy, never knew anything of such. So I started learning. So I now saw a explanatory video of what Paxful does. So I quickly went on YouTube to watch it, and I saw how it works and all. So I started to tell people I buy crypto. That was 2015. Brother, I started making money for food. I started making money to go to school.
Yeah.
I started making small money to take care even of my siblings at the time. Just send them small money. The ones the ones who were still in school and all. So I started making money. So 2016, a friend of mine told me about OfferVault. What is OfferVault again? So he said it's an affiliate platform. It's a listing. People list their product on this OfferVault, and I could literally just make money by promoting their products. Oh, no problem. So I registered on OfferVault. I started learning marketing. That was when my marketing journey started. In 2016. Started learning about OfferVault, all of these things. Started promoting. So the first money I made from affiliate was $75 at the time. It was a lot of money to me, brother, and I spent like $7 to the ad for the ad and all of that. So I started learning from OfferVault, the videos on OfferVault, because OfferVault will give you videos to learn. Started learning about marketing, and that was how my marketing journey started.
Wow.
In 2017, I had made some money. Then I think that 2016, I invested in farming.
That's
crop production.
Like from your story. Your story, I've seen how hope and desire actually help you. And I think if there's something that I think anybody from the trenches should have, first of all, is hope and desire.
Very correct. Very correct.
Desire is what will build your curiosity. Just like your curiosity. Your curiosity is what made you have Paxful, offer about and whatnot, and then your career started from that point.
Yes.
My own is this. I believe there's something, fire does not just start. Let's say you want to start, let's say your experience will pass through your meeting offer about, let's say those are the fire, making money. Let's say those are the fire, but there has to be a firewood, there has to be fuel before the fire will start. And now let's call those fuel, let's call them values. Because I believe, just like your friend told you, if your friend is somebody that is smoking igbo and doing drugs every 2-4, of that you will not tell you about this one. That's the whole
at all.
Yeah, so your friend that told you, it means you are in relationship and network with high quality people.
Very correct.
Very correct. So now let's discuss those firewoods. What are the values you think a trenches kid should adopt? Should a trenches kid that wants to better his life, should that particular kid go into, should he be making friendship, the values, should it be drugs? Should it be smoking every now and then? Should it be every now and then alcohol? Should it be every now and then into cultism and rape and all these kind of vices? Is that what can help a trenches kid? Is it by sneaking drugs around? Is that what can actually, what are the values you think a trenches kid that wants to grow in technology should imbibe?
Okay, thank you for that question. It was very, very a deep question. So it's going to quickly bring me here. In 2017, I made my first million. So my first million did not come from technology, did not come from marketing, did not come from crypto, but it came from farming.
Wow.
So I believe that a lot of people have not met themselves. Okay. Let's forget about the fact that a lot of people are actually drinking, smoking, you know. I just believe they've not met themselves and they do not love themselves. Brother, if I love myself, I really don't want to do something that will hurt my body. You have to come to a place that you love yourself and meet yourself. And I'm gonna say, if anyone is listening to this right now, I'm gonna give a process to our life cycle. See, the moment we are born, we become a victim. The moment we are born, we become a victim. Have you ever noticed something? That if someone is born into the hand of a white parent, of wise parents, wise guardians, or wise siblings, the probability that they're going to be wise is very high.
Yeah.
And if one is born into the hand of a stupid parent, stupid siblings, stupid friends or guardians, the probability that they are going to be stupid is very high.
Awesome. Perfect.
Do you get?
I agree.
That is victim. So from victim, people graduate to preferences. So because my parents does not like a short person, I don't like a short person too.
You adopt the 8 straight up.
Yeah, because my parent doesn't like an Igbo person or a Yoruba person or an Hausa person, I don't like them too. That is preferences. For me, did you know I never ate amala until I entered OAU? And I used to tell people I don't like amala. I've never ate this thing. Why don't I like it? I've not ate it, I've not tasted it. But because my mom particularly didn't give us while growing up, my mom doesn't eat amala. So I just decided that okay, I don't like amala. Until I went. Do you get? I've not tasted it until I entered OAU and I tasted it, and till today I still eat amala. So people start to create that preferences. That's okay. My parent, I don't like this because your dad and mom usually talk about they don't like short people. So you used to say, I cannot date short people.
I cannot do business with this
I
particular.
cannot do business. Do you get?
I
That's his preferences. Now it grows to what we call prejudice. Prejudice is I can never marry this tribe. I can never eat this thing. I can never date a short person. I can never do business with this particular ethnic. I can never this. That is prejudice. Then that grows to what everything like that becomes our personality.
Yeah.
But mind you, POK, we've not met ourselves yet.
Mm-hmm.
That is not your real self. That is what your environment and everything around you had produced.
And you adopted it.
You adopted it. It is really not yourself. You are not yourself. So the trenches kids actually grew up and adopt what it is not theirs. So the first thing is to meet yourself.
Meet yourself.
Meet yourself. So if you do not meet yourself, how would you know if you are actually doing the right things or not? So for me, I'm not the standard. I'm not the standard actually. I don't tell people I'm the standard. I'm not the standard. But what made me meet myself? Because of course my parents wanted me to study medicine. And really, I did not really have flair for these things. I just wanted to do it. But it did not happen until I went back to now get my degree in another thing. Right. So what made me meet myself, brother, it was when I met Christ.
Wow.
I met myself when I met Christ. I'm not saying everybody will meet themselves when they meet Christ, but you have to come to a term and understand that what the society, the environment has actually poured into you must not create you. You must find something that maintains or creates your own frame to create yourself. Then you choose. Brother, slavery is not a bad thing. For me, I will forever be a slave of wisdom. I will forever be a slave of Christ. Slavery is not a bad thing, but where it is bad, it is when you don't have the freedom to choose what enslaves you.
Because you will always be enslaved by something.
You will be under something forever. So you have to have the freedom. You have to come to a term that you have to find yourself, meet yourself, find who you really are. Because when you ask people, who are you? People will say, will start to list their achievements.
I'm a student.
That's not exactly who you are.
Yeah.
Who you are is what you've seen yourself to pursue as purpose.
That's it. I remember, sorry for coming in. I remember one of the things that shaped my life was the question that one of my mentors asked me. And he said, what are your values? What are your values? And I forgot the answer I gave that day, but they were wrong because I was actually speaking around those things I like. I value this, I value that, I value shit you get. So then the transformation came when he said, no, go and look up what values are. And that was the day everything changed about me. That was the day I now know that I actually don't have values and principles that I am ready to die for. And I learned that
that is deep.
Yes, you are not born until you start having something you are ready to die for. Like, these are my values. I'm not going to break them. And you
Yeah.
said everything changed because since that day, it's like there's a veil that was opened because I began to see the path I want to follow. You know, I have values. Maybe you push that, okay, let's do this particular type of business and it's illegal. I'll tell you no.
Yeah. You
It's
still
fine.
know.
Because I already have values.
Yeah.
I'm telling my wife that there's no amount of money you can use to tempt me because money is no longer what. Yeah, money is no longer.
Brother, I care so less. People who are really, really close to me can tell you this. I care so less about the money you have. I care so less about the fame. Brother, what I care really, it's your value and wisdom.
That is it. You know, because I was listening to, is it Jim Rohn one day, and then he was asking his audience that day that if a billionaire loses if a billionaire that was 90 billion loses it, what does that billionaire lose? And then we were like, oh, he has lost money, and then Jim Rohn has said no, that the billionaire has not lost anything.
Zero.
Yes, that the billionaire is not a billionaire because he has a cash worth billions. That is a billionaire because his values, his skill set, his principles are worth billions. That
Yes.
those things are right there with you. You can never. He said you can. Jim Rohn was like, you can lose money, you can lose whatever material things you have, but your wisdom, your knowledge, your skill set, they're there. And he said that's why you see billionaires, they'll go down, they'll lose money today, and you see that they have made a whole lot of money back. He said that's the testament to the fact that it is not fluke. If you collect from them today, if you take a billionaire from USA and put the billionaire in Nigeria, the person will still make $1 billion. That's what I'm telling people.
It's like people, sorry to cut you short, it's like people don't understand the power of principle. Principle works everywhere. If I throw something up in Nigeria and I throw it up in United States or anywhere, they are coming down. That's principle.
Wow.
If you throw Tinubu up and Joe Biden up, principle will not say because Joe Biden is controlling trillions of dollars, it should stay up.
Yeah.
They are both coming down.
That's why Elon said the law is actually physics laws. That you can violate human laws, you can violate the law of your country, but you cannot violate physics laws. And you cannot violate the law of nature.
Those are principles.
Yeah.
Those are what the trenches kid need to understand. Brother, if you are growing, personal growth, to me, personal growth is very spiritual. People don't know. People think personal growth is just always when I read books, of course, part of it. Personal growth is spiritual. You have to meet yourself. You have to understand the why of doing things. You have to understand that as a trenches kid, I'm growing up. I'm becoming what?
Yeah.
I'm so furious. When I came to Accra the last time, I was driving. Then I just wind down. Then I wanted to buy, because I like corn a lot. So I wanted to buy a roasted corn by the roadside. And one of my friends back then called me, brother, what are you doing? Blah, blah. And I saw that this guy is actually stinking with tramadol. He just took tramadol or some things. And I called him and I said, when we were growing up, we literally forbid this lifestyle, isn't it?
Yeah.
We forbid it. But now you just meet yourself doing it. You just meet yourself doing the same thing you forbid. It was because people don't understand the actual reason they are here.
Now why?
The why. Why are you on this earth? You have to figure that out. Why are you here?
Yeah. Before we go deep into why, because I know if you start discussing why today, Ayo will not live here. I want you to let us discuss skill sets. I want to do this skill set. I believe a trenching skill that has the brain to do Yahoo can actually redirect the energy to something productive. So it's about energy. You're gonna wake up every midnight and do Yahoo. You can wake up every midnight and set up an e-commerce brand.
Yeah.
You can wake up every midnight and write some codes. You can wake up every midnight and do some graphics, do some UI UX, okay? Do some project management. I believe there's a whole lot of things you can do that will make you legitimate money. Yes, okay, you want dollars. Yes, they will make you legitimate dollars. And I want you to tell me if I'm lying or not. And I want you to tell these trenches kids. You can work for a brand anywhere in the world. You can sell your skill. The world is not a global village. The difference between then and now is that if you graduate then, you take your pali, you take it to First Bank to go and look for a job. Yes, but the difference between now and then is that POK studied statistics in FUTA. He graduated and he went to Udemy and Coursera and learned digital marketing. And now he's working for a brand in Texas. So I don't know. I want you to speak on skill sets that you think trenching skills should pick up at this point in time in this technology age that will help them grow in life.
A younger person reached out to me, from, of course, a trenches younger person reached out to me and said, "Sir, I don't know how to send an email." And I was like, "Okay, you don't know how to send an email? Okay, you know what? Go to YouTube and learn how to do that." See, the most important thing that I think people really, the trenches guys are really missing is the lie they've actually sold to them that Yahoo will give them fast money.
Yeah.
It is a big lie that has been sold. Of course, we had a lot of people who had gone into Yahoo and started to make money from it and all of that. But brother, how many happy Yahoo person do you know at the age of 60?
That's it. Projection to the future.
They won't tell you. They won't tell you that. If you're a trenches kid and you understand the capacity of the energy you are going to put into doing Yahoo, waking up every day, doing all of these things. But the question is this: are you coming to this world alone to make money? Did God create you just to make money alone? Get yourself fortified with skills.
Yeah.
Skills that would open your head to new level and new doors in your life. Get skills. See, in the technology age, now I could literally talk. We are talking right now, and I'm not with you, POK.
Yeah.
I'm discussing right. You are working in Texas. You are working with a business, a company in Texas, and the CEO might not have seen you before.
Yeah.
Get yourself a skill. I know. See, I tell my people, the people who work with me and the people we partner together, say like, okay, let me tell you. When I started to date my babe, because of course my baby is in the finance industry, she's going into the personal equity and all of that. So, I told her, because I know she's a classic babe, in terms of brain, intellectual and all of that. And I told her, I said, any day at all, I stop to grow, please break up. Any day at all, I stop to grow, break up. And growth is about fortifying yourself with new skills. You can't think about this thing and not think about your life, how you want to grow, and you will not understand that you need to take a course, you need to watch a video, you need to improve it.
Another magical thing is that If what you focus on is scam, is fraud, you are basically it's not basic. It's not basic. You are totally useless outside of that. Yeah. You are, if what you center your life around is fraud, outside, if they remove you outside of it. Right now, I work for a brand as an ad specialist. I basically just run ads there.
Yeah.
Then I work as an e-commerce consultant for a brand. Then I work as a project lead, as a project manager per se for a brand. I'm currently speaking to you now. It means I'm doing public speaking. I'm doing public speaking. You know, I'm doing public speaking. Okay, I'm running my masters. Okay, that one is there as well. I can just go on and on and on. Ayo just told you he did crypto, he did e-commerce. Ayo is building a logistics startup. Of course. So if you remove me from marketing, I'm still useful. Remove me from I'm still useful.
That is the most important thing.
You can literally give me 10 million naira. You can literally give me $2 million. And right now, I know what to use it to do. Straight up.
Without thinking too deeply.
No, I don't have to, because I have plans, I have projections. Because of the industries I've worked, I've seen things I can do. I can say capital is what is holding me back. You get what I'm trying to say?
Okay, when I started this journey, if you know, recently I actually wanted to focus on B2B copywriting straight up. I've spent a lot of time in marketing and I enjoyed it so well. I mean, pure marketing, and I enjoyed it so well. Of course, I've worked with people in the United States where we actually even had revenue of $500,000. So if you're an ad specialist doing Facebook, Instagram, SEO, Google Ads, and you can in 6 months be able to do $500,000, then it's a lot. It is big. So I believe people are useless. So I'm telling you,
people should learn skill, like Ayo is saying.
It is very important.
We cannot list skills here. We cannot
just list.
So I want you to speak on something, Ayo. I want you to speak on purpose a little. How can people choose their skill? How can change it? Because I believe, for me to go into marketing now, this is what I did. I kind of think about my life. I kind of project forward. In 50 years' time, who do I want to be? Like, what do I want to achieve? For whatever I want to achieve in life currently, there's somebody that has achieved it. There's somebody that has done it. Whatever you are looking for, you want to become president, there's a president already, except you want to become Adolf Hitler, that want to coordinate, that want to be the president of the world. So whatever you want to do, whatever your dream is, there's somebody doing it. So I basically just project forward. In 50 years time, what I want to become. And I looked at it that somebody that wants to become that kind of person, what should that person be doing right now? And that's what led me to marketing. That that person is doing this. So how do you think, what works for you in choosing your purpose? What works for you in choosing the skill you are supposed to learn?
Okay, so do you know, when people talk about the opposite of life, that it is death, I always disagree with them, because death is always constant, my brother.
It's constant, it's dead.
Everybody will die. But the opposite of life is purposelessness. When you are really just living, and like someone is dead alive, you are just alive and nothing you are doing. So how do you really choose this path? So the most important thing that I think is to figure out, to draw an avatar. Draw an avatar of someone you think you can be, like you said. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah.
Someone you think you will be in 10 years. And if you think you will be a Pablo Escobar, draw
it too.
draw the avatar. But for you to be impactful, because there's difference between intelligence and wise.
Yeah.
Two different. Intelligence can rob a bank. Intelligence can destroy things. Someone who is a set of robbery brand. It's actually people who understand project management. If a gang want to rob a bank, they understand project management. They are intelligent.
Yeah.
Osama bin Laden is intelligent, but wisdom does only positive. So you have to be true to yourself. Who do I want to be in 20 years? I love Steve Jobs a lot. I've read almost all what Steve Jobs had said, and I want to be a creator. I want to be an innovator. I want to be someone who brings ideas, and that is why you see me. I'm toiling this path, and right now I'm actually studying AI. I want to become an AI specialist, and it was why I even go to B2B copywriting. So you have to see who you want to be, and that's why you choose your purpose. And purpose is not complicated, my brother. POK, you are fulfilling purpose right now by doing this podcast.
Wow.
It's a purpose. This is a purpose. You are journeying. It's a journey. So if you know this, after drawing the avatar, you know who you want to become. Start doing what will make you become that thing. That is vision.
Yeah.
Mission is what keeps you going, doing what you want to do. Vision is what you really are drawn for yourself that you want to become. And that is why you know your purpose. In the journey, it becomes clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer in the journey.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
So as we wrap up the show, Ayo, tell me, what books are you reading currently?
I'm reading an AI book right now. Yes, and I'm reading a book called, it's a software, and people can see it on Google, called The Mind. It was the history of Aristotle and how it comes to, a created philosophy. Yeah, The Mind. So because it's related to the AI I'm doing, and that is what I'm reading right now.
That's awesome. Now give us 5 books you say people should read. 5 books. Recommend 5 books for my listeners.
Okay. Basically in every part, right?
Yeah, and 5 books, your top 5 books you say people must read in life.
Okay. The actually first one that I think people should read is this book called The Mind.
The Mind.
The Mind. And because everything steps up from the mind. Is very, very important. That is number 1. Number 2, anybody who you are at all, go and read Sell Like Crazy. The truth is that
Sabri
Subi. People don't understand that we sell in every part of our life. You want to ask a lady out, you are actually selling yourself to the lady. Hey, I'm this, I'm that.
You are selling.
You must know how to sell. You must just know how to sell in a way. So go and read that book. That book is very, very good. The third one I'm gonna talk about is go and read the book called A Romance with Failure. A Romance with Failure. A Romance with Failure will actually open your eye to a lot of things about failure. And the fourth one is go and read the Babylon. That book is powerful. That book is so powerful. It is a book that I will always recommend. And the last one, go and reach Dad, Poor Dad. That book are powerful books. Those books are very powerful. So
awesome.
Exactly.
Awesome. You have it, guys. The Mind, Sell Like Crazy, Babylon, Romance with Failure, and then Reach That Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. That's great for Ayo Olofin. So Ayo, as we are wrapping up the show, I'll be asking you some this or that question. I just wanted to pick one straight up. Like I'll just
no problem.
And then you just pick. Are you ready?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Books or podcast?
Books, actually.
Malcolm X or Dr. Martin Luther King?
Dr. Martin Luther King.
Twitter or IG?
Twitter.
Eba or Amala?
Eba.
Egusi or Ogbono?
Egusi.
Barcelona or Real Madrid?
Real Madrid.
Jordan Peterson or Andrew Tate?
Jordan Peterson.
St. John or Matthew?
Matthew, actually.
Moses or Job?
Ooh. Job. I go for Job.
Okay. Apple or Samsung?
Samsung for life.
Okay. And now please get your life together podcast today with Olofin. I hope you guys have learned a lot. And Ayo, what will you leave us with?
Guys, there's hope. At the time, every day, every life, we live in a world where challenges are never finished. It doesn't mean you should stop. When you stop, you actually fail. You are now a failure. Anytime you quit, you are now a failure. But if something fails, if you fail in something, you are not still a failure, but you are learning from failing in that thing. Guys, don't stop. Live the life of purpose. Live the life of clarity. Don't stay in where you are being beaten almost all the time. Your life is so important. Take it up. Move instantly.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving. You fail some, you win some. And that is life. Like I always say, take care, soldiers. I'm out.